Yeah, just keep letting it play. You're an idiot.
While trying to coordinate music from my phone to the computer and pressing the intro.
It was too many buttons.
My brain maxes out with like two directions. I was adding a third, and I just got
Yeah, for those of you who don't know what's going on, like we just cut a bit because Mitch was playing something. It was like, all right, this is gonna be the intro, and then he just like looks at me and just hits the record button and pauses it, and then like looks at his phone and goes, "Oh, wait a minute,
crap."
You're a moron."
I do what I can, I try. Doesn't always work.
Anyway, welcome to Entertain This. It's a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name's Tom. With me, I obviously have
Mitch. Hello. Yes. How are you?
and obviously,
Yeah.
he's still not here.
We'll decide if we let him out of the closet or not. He's been tied up.
Ball gagged. Watching a magazine clips.
Oh.
Well, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, which is a look at Demon Slayer and top 10 animated heroes or characters, social media, Mitch.
Well, you can go to entertainthispodcast.com, which will take you to our Facebook group and page. Then you can go to our Twitter.
All right, Macho Man.
Which is entertain this.
Is that how you just talk to yourself?
Sometimes.
That's like your inner monologue. You're just like, oh, Mitch, we got to go to the grocery store.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes
Is
of
that what
playtime.
Is that what you'd say to your wife? Like when you walk into the bedroom? You just rip off your skid mark tidy whities.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. But anyways, you go to our Twitter, which is @thisentertain, or our Instagram, which is entertain.this. You also go to our YouTube and our TikTok, which is entertain this, ! And then it's playtime.
So we watched a show.
Well, hold on. We're not going to get to that yet. We're going to get to a couple of comments that we have on our Spotify reviews.
Is it called Boo, You Guys Suck?
We got Hot Shot Tiger. He says that he was Spider Pig at the live event. And he just said it was so fun. Thanks for coming to town to Lawrenceville and hanging out with him. Oh. And we also have
Spider Pig.
We also have Jay. He says he found out about us through Free Comic Book Day, and he's really enjoyed the podcast so far.
Well, thank you, Jay.
Both of them are 5-star reviews. Thank you very much.
We only accept 5-star reviews.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're not going
to do 5, just don't even bother.
Yeah, somebody didn't give us 5 because we have a 4.9.
Who?
I don't know.
Whoever you are, we're going to find you. And we're going to make you change it to 5.
But, anyways, moving on. Doing our Free Comic Book Day a couple of weeks ago, we heard people. A lot of people like anime and stuff, and we're not real big into anime. I mean, we've all seen Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball.
Just Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we've all seen those, but we kind of tried to venture out in our exclusivities, and we'll see how this goes.
Include a wider audience.
Yeah. So basically, I looked up like what's the most popular anime of 2023.
Pokemon.
It came up with Demon Slayer. So, and naturally, I watched the whole thing.
I watched all of season 2 or 3, depending on which source you go to. Hey, Mitch's computer.
Yeah, look at that. But yeah,
I watched the Entertainment District arc.
I kept asking Tom, I was like, are you going to watch it? Are you going to watch it? He's like, yeah. And then he watched, he goes, I don't understand anything that's going on. And I showed him the picture of season 1, 2, and 3, like what it looks like. And he goes, oh, I watched all of season 3.
Yeah, I mean, they still introduced people like I didn't know what was going on, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, season 1 was as long as season 2 and 3 combined. So,
I mean, season 3 was or 2. I don't know. I watched the Entertainment District arc. It was 11 episodes.
Yeah. Season 2 is 7, which is the how you say it? Let's see.
That probably would have been easier.
The Mugen Train. It's just
that's season 1.
That's season 2.
Oh, it's season 2. According to a source I saw, what I watched was season 2, and that was season 3.
No.
All right, well.
Because season 3
I'll see myself out.
Season 3 starts with what happens at the end of season 2.
Oh.
So, yeah.
With the flashy guy.
Yeah, he's going to visit Rengoku's family's house.
So Rengoku's like a bigger person. in the other seasons.
He was. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, we're going to kind of give a run through. I'll kind of explain to you as
You've seen more than I have.
I've seen the whole thing. But it starts off, Demon Slayer's, this is kind of an extended review. But it starts off with Tanjiro Kamado's family being killed, and everyone's dead except for his sister, who's, like, clinging to life.
And she becomes a demon.
Yeah, as he's taking her, to the next town over, like to the hospital or whatever, she becomes a demon and like tries to kill him right there in the forest. And he gets saved by Gyo Tomioka. I'm going to butcher these names, so just get prepared for it. Mm-hmm. But he's trying to restrain her from from killing him. And then Gyo arrives and kills Nezuko, or tries to kill Nezuko, and Tanjiro like persuades him not to, because he can see that something's different about her, because she like actually restrains herself as, from just killing him outright, because that's what demons do. They eat people.
Obviously.
And then since Nezuko can control herself, Gyo kind of leaves him be, and the two of them travel to, was it Mount? It just says there's a mountain. But anyways, Tanjiro travels to and begins training with a retired demon slayer named Kodaki. Okay. Which he's the one that trains him, and like he's on this big mountain, which it makes the air thinner, so it makes him have to, it prepares his body for the different breathing techniques that helps him.
Oh, so that's why they were doing all that breathing nonsense.
But like he's actually on this mountain for about a year's time, and he's like dodging obstacles, running through an obstacle course and all sorts of stuff. And at the same time, because Nezuko is like, she's done her demon like form or whatever, because she protected him from this other demon that they encountered on the way to the mountain. She's like, instead of eating people, she heals by resting. So she's been kind of like in a coma, and
in a box,
pretty much
on a backpack.
Well, she's while she's in this coma or whatever, the Kodaki guy, he like does like a hypnotic thing that makes her see any human she sees. She pictures them as her family, so she tries to protect them.
Okay.
So that helps her from trying to kill everyone that she sees. Let's see. We'll move on to, it goes on to, let's see. Completing his training, Tanjiro meets Zenitsu and Inosuke.
Inosuke is the boar-headed fella.
He meets them right
after. Yeah, he was my favorite character.
He meets them right after the final selection, where they had to survive for 7 days in a demon-infested forest. And then they get their sword, which has different colors depending on different criteria. And then Tanjiro learns the demon's name that killed him, or killed his family, which is Muzan.
He's like the demon lord guy.
Yeah, but when Tanjiro goes to the city to try and find him, he encounters a couple other demons. Him and his sister ended up beating the three of them. And then when he actually encounters Muzan, he realizes that he's like in hiding in plain sight as like the father of this wife and little girl. And as Tanjiro's about to like expose him for who he is, he just like cuts this guy on the back of the neck, and all of a sudden this guy like flips out and turns into a demon right in the middle of a crowd, and then him and his family kind of escape, and Tanjiro has to fight that guy right there in the middle of town. Let's see. We moves on. He comes into contact. I forgot the two people's names, but they're two people that they're both demons, but they're actually working as good guys because they are trying to get away from and out from under Muzan. And the lady that he meets can, like, if she has time and she gets some blood from the higher ranked demons, she can like turn his sister back human. She just needs time to prepare the spell and go through all the chemicals.
So is that why he's like getting the blood and like giving it to the cat?
Right. Because that cat, you saw how like just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He gives it to that cat and it disappears and takes it right back to him. While he's doing that, these two lower ranked demons show up, and him and his sister end up beating them. And then they barely beat him, like the Hashira, which is what Uzui, which is the two guys with swords, and then Rengoku are part of. They take them back to like their main base, and their leader, which I can't remember. Oh wait, no. See, I get all confused.
You're confused.
I forgot. They come across Ryu, which is another demon first, before they go to the Hashira.
Okay.
Ryu is like this spider kind of demon guy where he makes spider webs throughout the woods, but he's like all pale white and stuff. And it's him and his whole family of like spider-esque demons. One's got a giant, just like this giant dude, and he's got a spider head.
Nope. Nope.
One's got a spider body with a normal head.
Weird.
And then there's like two girls, and then the main guy Ryu. Which
Tom don't do spiders.
Ryu is the guy that's like controlling all the family pretty much. He's forcing them to be his family. And Inosuke is trying to fight I think one of the girls and Zenitsu just kind of gets scared by all the spiders with people heads on them. So like they're off doing their thing fighting, and Tanjiro is fighting Ryu.
Zenitsu, the blonde-headed kid?
Yeah, the one that's real whiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in season 3, like he gets knocked unconscious. And when he's knocked unconscious, he's a G.
Yeah.
Because like they go through like episodes of him like fighting. He's using lightning. He's all over the place. And then he wakes up at like the last episode. He's just on the ground. He's like, everything hurts. I don't know why. My legs are broken. He's like, what happened to me? Who did this? He's just like losing his mind.
But yeah, I mean they come across the Ryu. They end up beating him. Gayu Tamioka is the guy that is played by Johnny Young Bosch. Mm-hmm. He's he's like, you know, the real tough guy that just shows up and helps out. But Inosuke sees him and sees how powerful he is, and he's like, I have to challenge you in a fight. Mm-hmm. And he gets his butt kicked.
Yeah.
And then Gyu just kind of leaves him in the forest, just tied up.
Okay.
And then Gyu goes and helps Tanjiro beat Ryu, which is the other demon spider guy, which I want to say he's the lowest of the high-ranked demons or something like that.
Yeah, I think there's like, what, 12?
Yeah, there's 12. I don't know how the hierarchy works.
Because when I watched, I think they fought number 6.
Okay. But
the sister and brother.
To me, it was kind of confusing on how the lower and upper rank and all that stuff is being portrayed.
They should wear some sort of insignia.
But like here, Tanjiro, he does water breathing for most of his moves. But in this fight is where he learns that he has like a fire breathing technique that he remembers from his father. Mm-hmm. But you know, it doesn't really explain how his father knew all that. Then after this fight, they're all pretty much beat up, so they get taken to the Hashira, which is where Rengoku and Uzui are. But they pretty much want him gone, like exiled, and his sister killed because she's a demon, and they kill all demons that they come across. But I forgot the leader of their people's name. He basically says, you know, if she can control herself, why should they kill her if she proves that she can control herself and not eat humans? Mm-hmm. And because he said so, they pretty much kind of just go along with it.
Oh, like, all right. Well, yeah. All right, for now.
But then while they're there, they're all being healed by, was it Shinobu or Shinobu? I can't pronounce the name, but it's one of the Hashira, the female Hashiras, and she teaches them how to do total concentration breathing, which it takes them. They're there for several months, you know, in story wise, but they're learning basically how it makes their body stronger and their stamina higher, to where basically they're closer to level with the Hashira, to where they're upper ranked demon slayers. Mm-hmm. But it just allows them to be more durable, stronger, and have better stamina. Because they can do this 24/7, like that's just their natural way they breathe now. They taught themselves how to be different, you know. Just
when I saw it, it was just like they like run out of breath.
Yeah.
Like all the fancy moves, like they forget to breathe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just breathe.
But once
it's not hard.
Once they master the total concentration breathing is when it kind of goes into season 2, where they get on the Mugen train, which basically there's rumors that this train's going to be attacked by demons. So they get on, and then they meet Rengoku again after meeting him at the Hashira's headquarters. They see him on the train, and they start talking with him. Well, then they all fall asleep, and in their dreams, like they're just happy-go-lucky people in their dreams. And they don't realize that they're going to be consumed by a demon that's on there that
put him to sleep.
Yeah. And Tanjiro basically he snaps himself out of the dream by killing himself in the dream. And then
he pulls an Inception.
Well,
he got kicked.
Pretty much he gets on top of the train because that's where the demons, you know, he sees them. And as he's going after him, she's just constantly trying to knock him out. and every time she knocks him out, he kills himself and wakes back up. So basically, he's come to the realization that as long as he's, if he keeps killing himself, he'll wake back up immediately. So she can't really keep him asleep, and then they start fighting. Well, come to find out, she's actually absorbed the entire train. Like, the whole train is the demon now.
Oh.
She's, like, incorporated herself into its workings or whatever. Mm. So you have the 200 passengers that are on there. You have Zenitsu and Inosuke on the inside trying to fight off all those little things that are trying to absorb the people, while Rengoku and Tanjiro are on the roof fighting the actual demon. Eventually, they kind of switch up where Inosuke, which is the boarhead guy, is on top with Tanjiro, and they get to the front of the train and realize that, like, in the engine department is where the neck area is. So the only way to kill him is to sever their head.
Yeah, decapitate him.
So they're working on that, and eventually it all works out, except for Rengoku doesn't quite make it.
Yeah, so I picked up Rengoku died.
Right.
And I was like, who's this guy? It's like, he's already dead.
Yeah, season 3 starts where they're visiting his family.
Yeah.
And then that's when they meet Uzui, who's also there to pay his respects. And then they're like, oh, well, there's these demons in the red light district, basically, which is the entertainment district.
Entertainment district, yeah.
So they're like, oh, how are we going to find him? He's like, well, I have an idea.
I mean, like, the flashy guy was like kidnapping kids.
Yeah, but so the three, Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, basically disguise themselves as little girls and go into the
red light district.
Yeah.
So to say.
And then basically Uzui pimps him and sells them off to go and join the bordello.
Yeah, and then I think that's where they meet the female demon.
Yeah, what was her name?
I don't remember her name.
But she has like a weird power, like she would control the cloth.
Yeah, her belt.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, she's like Doc Ock.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like razor sharp too, so she just cuts people. But they start fighting with her. And then you find out.
That's like 5 episodes.
You've got Uzui, who finds out that his wife, one of his wives, has been kidnapped.
Yeah.
And so he
has 3.
He's got 3 wives, and he's got to try and find one of them, while the other 2 are his other 2 wives are also trying to find her. Well, then eventually they do find her. Well, while they're dealing with that, Tanjiro is trying to fight the girl demon, and then what
makes me mad is every episode he's fighting this person, and like he is outclassed until the last 2 minutes.
Well, because they underestimate him.
And then he ups it, and then they're like, "Oh my god, he's so fast! He's blocking everything." And then like they, go like, "All right," and then they're beating him up again, and then he maxes up to a new one. It's just like, stop! Like, just pick a ceiling.
Well, because I think he's kind of like Goku. He's the chosen one, because during this battle, you notice that his scar changes.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not a scar. Maybe it's like a mark of some kind.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is I say newer anime. It's newer for America. So maybe, there's more to it that they just haven't revealed yet. I don't know. But, they're fighting her. Then her brother shows up, the demon's brother.
Yeah, he poisons.
He poisons Uzui, cuts off his arm, leaves him for dead.
He cuts him off later. He cuts off his arm later because he gets poisoned and it's slowly killing him. And then I don't know, the girl gets decapitated at like halfway through the season.
Yeah.
But she's still alive.
Yeah.
And then that's when the brother shows up. The brother poisons
somehow she connects her
head with the cloth.
Yeah. So it stays on.
But no, they decapitate her.
Oh, okay.
And then she like gets her head reattached because you have to decapitate her and her brother at the same time.
Yeah.
For it to work. Because he shows up, poisons Uzui. The flashy guy with the 2 swords with the chain.
Yeah, it says everything's flashy.
Everything's got to be flashy, and I'm just like, shut up. Because every 5 seconds, I got to listen to some dopey monologue. And it's like, he's so fast, but with the power of friendship and speed and skill, like, I won't give up. And I'm just like, stop. Stop. Just fight. Kill him. God. Ugh. Like, Goku didn't do all this monologuing. He just stood there and screamed for 20 episodes of, ah! Like, that's all we had.
What are you talking about? He did, when he first fought Frieza, he talked about how he's the savior of the universe.
Well, that was probably Vegeta. Inner monologue thinking how great he is. And Goku's just like, you kill Krillin. So they fight him. they get the drop on the brother. The brother's beating the brakes off everybody. Mm-hmm. The sister's beating the brakes off the blonde kid and the boar-headed guy. The boar-headed guy just cracks me up because like he's like he can sense like where the demon is, and he finds like her lair.
Yeah,
which he's like tunneled underground. That's where she like feeds on people, and like he's breaking holes in the ground of this building, and he finds this tiny hole, and he goes, "That's how to get there." And like he just dives in, and his head is just stuck, and he's just like pops himself out, and he goes, I can never make it through here, but luckily I can dislocate every bone in my body. And he just goes like he just like turns like a snake. It just goes wee, and like he just gets out, like he just lands, goes, and I'm like, who is this dude? But like every 5 seconds, he's trying to fight somebody.
Oh yeah, he's just...
like somebody bumps into him. He's like, and I'm just like, I like him. You're the funny one. Like, you're the best person here out of everybody with your silly boarhead.
And then, well, the reason his sword has like the little notches in it.
It's a sword. It's like a saw.
Well, they made him a sword, and then his swords were like that. They got broke. They made him some new swords, and then they're like, oh yeah, these are freshly forged and. And then all of a sudden, the people that made him turn their back, and they hear clink, 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 as he's like beating the notches into the sword. And then they flip out. Like Zenitsu and Tanjiro are trying to restrain them from going and killing him for messing up the swords. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it works out because that's how he like saws off the chick's head when they have like the third fight with this woman. Yeah, because it was just constant. Like they're just fighting. Like I thought I dozed off and I woke up. I thought I was like 8 episodes later. It was just like 20 minutes, and I'm just like, we're still on this. I'm like, I had to go back and restart like 3 times.
Well, like I like how towards the end when you think Uzui's dead, Tanjiro lures the guy in to get close enough and just rears back and headbutts him. Which is like,
and the guy's like, really? You headbutted me? And then he's like, why can't I move? And then he sees like the poison shuriken, like whatever, like in his thigh. And he goes, he did all that crap on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. I've enjoyed watching it.
And then the guy like goes nuclear.
Yeah, when they actually kill him, he basically explodes and destroys the whole district.
And then who's the boar-headed fella? Inosuke. He gets stabbed through the chest.
Yeah. And
I was like, I liked him. And he's just done. Like, he's just down for the count, bleeding out. And then he just comes back like 5 minutes later. He comes back.
Nezuko heals them all.
Well, no, like, he didn't even get healed from that.
Oh, okay.
Like, he literally has, like, body manipulation. Like, he moved his organs out of the way
I remember saying
when
that,
he got stabbed. And then he goes, like, all, like, earth, like, buff power. And, like, they managed to fight the sister one more time.
Yeah.
Him and the
Zenitsu. Who has, like, God, thunder, speed.
He's like Thor with a sword, just running around in his slippers.
But see, I like the artwork
with the bubble.
Yeah,
coming out of his nose.
I like the art. Like you said, you weren't a fan of some of the artwork. I like the artwork.
I think some of the artwork was inconsistent.
Well, just when they did like their special moves, you could see the difference in the artwork, which to me made the move seem like it was different. I mean, I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, some of it was just like there was like the comedy element.
Yeah.
That was like really superimposed, like suddenly, and it was just like, okay, it's a little different. And it's like we're back to the other one, and then like the girls were like the crying and like the really tiny beady eyes.
Yeah.
Or it was just like the line was just like streams and rivers of like the one wife. Her every scene she's in, she's just bawling her eyes out.
Yeah, one of the 3 wives.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't want to watch this anymore. And I'm like, for a while, like I was watching, it'd be like hours, and I'm like, all right, I was on like episode 9. And then, like, I look, I'm like, episode 10. I'm like, there's no way. And I was like, it's been hours. I've only watched 25 minutes.
Well, like how Uzui's sitting there at the end, and he's missing an arm. He's like, somebody's telling him.
Yeah, he gets his hand cut off. He's just, like, in the dirt. Just.
Well, he's like, yeah, you can still be a hosher. He's like, nah.
Mitch is like, you got to watch. Like, he goes crazy. And I was like, when? Because he's dead. I'm just looking at this dude like he's down for the count.
And then he comes back. He's holding one sword in his mouth and the other in his other hand.
Yeah. And he's just like, wee.
Because he came back.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like it. I wouldn't watch it again.
I watched the whole thing.
The acting was annoying.
I watched the whole thing in probably about 2 weeks. And I'm going to keep watching when the new episode comes out.
So much monologuing. So much monologuing.
I really like the fight scenes. And just the characters, I thought they were pretty cool.
But, I mean, it would be like 3 minutes of fight, 20 minutes of, like, flashbacks and talking. And I'm like, I don't care.
I mean, that's how I feel like Dragon Ball Z was, too. You'd
take
have
that back.
You'd have like 3 episodes of like filler and then a fight. And then, the fight would last like 5 episodes, but like in between all that, there's, we're going to sit here and talk and power up for 1 episode. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's any different than Dragon Ball.
I mean, I'll grant you whenever Goku did a spirit bomb, because that was like
an episode of him just standing still with his hands up.
Like, you weren't getting to the next episode until you yourself went in your backyard and just held your hands up to the heavens and was like, Goku, take my power. It's like, then Save Saban will release the next episode or whatever. Yeah. It's just like, that's how everybody gives us their strength. Will you get episode 24?
But I really like the show. I actually I bought some like the collectible cards because they have a card game that just have really cool artwork on them. So I collected some of those.
You got really into this really quickly.
This is really cool. It's the best anime I've seen since Naruto and Dragon Ball.
Oh God, just watch Yu Yu Hakusho, please.
No, can't do it.
I hate you.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool story, really cool premise. I like the samurai.
Maybe I would have liked it better if I actually started season 1 and I just
knew what was going on.
I knew what was actually happening. I had to figure it out. I was like, I don't know who any of these people are. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, nobody's telling me nothing. And I'm like, oh, now we're getting flashback after flashback. And I was like, all right, now I'm piecing it together. And I was like, all right, I guess they're just doing this long-winded storytelling. And then I just text Mitch and I was like, dude, I don't know what's going on. I don't like this show. And Mitch is like, I've watched the entire thing. And I'm like, and then I hit pause and like I accidentally hit down on my remote, so it showed like all the other stuff. And I saw like 3 logos for the show with like different things written, and I was like, entertainment division, Muzan train. I'm like, movie. I'm like, what?
That's what he asked me. He was like, where does it start? I was like, so I sent him a bunch of pictures like, this is season 1, season 2, season 3. He's like, oh, I'll watch season 3.
I watched the entire thing. I powered through it. I didn't like a second of it. I was just like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I think the first season has 27 episodes.
I watched 13 episodes.
The second season has 7, and then
I'll tell you what, it was better than Fruit Basket.
Oh, I'm sure. Out of the 2 episodes that we watched, Fruit Basket.
The 3 episodes I watched.
The 1 or 2 that I
people
watched.
turned into rats and foxes and cats with like handsome face.
But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I like the different art styles that they have to it. The comedy was kind of funny to me. I'm interested to see like the Hashira. Like
I'll give it like some of the fight animation was really good.
Well, I'm interested to see the Hashira because you saw 2 of them. You see Rengoku and Uzui, and they've got special abilities and stuff. I'm interested to see what the other ones could do because I don't know if you saw them.
I just don't understand how you forget to breathe.
Well, it's a different type of breathing.
They're moving so fast, it's like they can't breathe. It's just like.
They got to be doing their total concentration breathing, or else it just makes them really winded really quick, which is a different type of breathing. Something had to be taught.
I feel like the demons from Yu Yu Hakusho would beat the brakes off of these demons. Team Taguro would annihilate them. Taguro would just go 100% power and just like flick his finger and just incinerate the continent and just go.
But like I said, I really liked the show Demon Slayer.
You need to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what you need to do.
I'll give it a shot. But I'm going to finish watching what I'm watching right now.
You've watched all Demon Slayer.
Yeah, but I've been watching My Hero Academia that I'll talk about later, too.
Oh.
I figured I'd give it a try.
Yeah, I watched an anime movie, too. Well, I went back to watch one. I saw it when it premiered.
Okay.
Well, it came out in like 1984, but they didn't dub it in English until like 2005.
Okay.
And then they released it on like Toonami. And I remember it was like a whole big thing like all week. But we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah. But anyways, I guess we can go ahead and move on to our top 10.
I hate that song. The Final Countdown by Europe. I hate that song. It's just not
well, it
good.
hates you too. God.
I'm glad it does. So our top 10 anime character. I didn't like go villains or.
I think all of mine are heroes.
I think all mine are heroes.
But they are, well, they're kind of heroes.
Most of mine are kind of heroes. I'll start with my number 10.
Okay.
Inuyasha.
Oh, that's the
cat-eared
character.
fella with the swords.
I've never seen that one. What's that show about?
I don't know.
Then how's that your favorite?
I mean, I put it down because I remember watching it on Toonami, like, because it would come on like late at night, like on Adult Swim when they did all the violent anime, and I would stay awake. It would be on. I'd watch an episode and just pass out. But like I'd seen like so many episodes, but I just never knew what was happening because I was just totally out of sequence.
Okay.
Because I put that because I couldn't remember. There's another anime, and somebody might know. It was like a brown-haired fella who had like a purplish robe, and he had a katana, but the backside of the katana was also
Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin. That's it.
Yeah.
With the backside was sharp.
Yeah.
I remember that show. I love that show. That show was cool. That's my real number 10.
Wow.
Man, I need to write that down.
I did. I wrote it down as one of my choices to pick from. Wow, Tom. I'm glad you thought hard on this list.
I did. I thought hard for it just so we could have moments like this. What was it? Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had like the cool sword, but like the katana, the backside was also sharp.
Yeah. Well, no, it's the front side wasn't sharp because he didn't want. I think, if I remember correctly, he didn't want to be a killer.
I thought it was a double side like katana, like
Now
that was like.
I think
weird.
the back side is like flat edged, and then the front side was flat edged, and the back side was the sharp side.
No, like it was. I remember it being in the show.
I don't know. That's what I remember.
We'll go back and watch. We'll find out that you're wrong.
Anyways, my number 10 is Ryu Sanada, which is the leader in Ronin Warriors.
Ronin Warriors. I never saw it.
It was.
Is Ronin Warriors that weird animated show with the dudes in the different color armor?
Yes.
I had the green action figure.
I had the blue one, but I remember, if I remember correctly, this is around the same time that the original Sailor Moon was on TV.
Yeah.
But it was like basically it was the boys' version because basically all these people turned into like powered samurai armor.
Yeah.
But Ryu Sanada was the leader, and out of nostalgia, it's the first anime I remember ever watching because like this was before Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball that I saw. Mm-hmm. But he was the one in the red armor, and then he was the one that would basically control it when all the armor powers combined into like the white, black, and yellow, and all the different like styles.
When they formed like the Samurai Megazord.
Well, it wasn't even a Megazord. It's just he had the armor of all the powers combined into his.
That's a little OP.
Yeah, but they had to use that, and he had like instead of a sword like he did in his red armor, he had like this big like glaive kind of spear thing. So it was pretty neat. I always liked it a lot. So, what's your number 9?
Kakashi from Naruto.
Yeah. Why Kakashi?
I always liked him. I thought he was cool because he had like the bandana,
yeah,
like leaf thing over his eye, but it also held like with the Sharingan.
Yeah, he had the one Sharingan
eye, and he took off the mask and he had another one on underneath it, so you couldn't see his face.
Yeah,
and they're just like, but he was just like because I remember one episode he's trained Naruto and Sasuke and the other girl, Sasuke. And like they're coming at him every direction. He's just like sitting on a stump reading a book.
Well, because they're all kids, he's teaching them.
And he's just like he's like not even moving, but he's just beating the crap out of all of them. He's just sitting there reading, he's just like not even perturbed.
And then he has the one special move where he sneaks behind him, puts his fingers together, and goes, "Wah!"
Yeah, right up Old Main Street there. It's like that's not even a move. That's just like
that's dirty.
That's just, dude, what's wrong with you? Stop.
But yeah, I like Kakashi. He was on consideration for my list, but I didn't put him on there. But anyways, my number 9 is Bit Cloud with Liger Zero.
Oh, I was like, why is that from Zoids? That was such a cool show.
I love that
I had
show.
the Liger Zoid, the toy.
I had a blue, one of the blue Ligers, and I love that show.
Remember, like they had like the dinosaur one too, like the raptor thingies.
I mean, they had all sorts of them. Like they had dinosaurs, they had like the snakes. Mm-hmm. Fox, I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Those toys were awesome.
They had one, like, there's a couple of different versions of the Zoids, like, cartoon, but, like, ones where it's, like, 2 armies against each other. But the one I like the most is when they would have, like, 3-on-3 competitions. Like,
yeah.
It was like being an NFL team. Like, this is your team and you're going to compete. Mm-hmm. I love that because it was, you had Liger Zero. You had one that she was a raptor that basically her tail turned into a sniper rifle. And then their other guy had a fox who had like this big chain gun on the back of his fox. I just thought those were so cool because like they looked their shape.
He was this big fox who had a chain gun on the back of his fox.
Yeah.
On his back. Plus, the toys are really fun to put together.
Oh yeah, they were.
They were like basic like mechanical toys, but you had like all the little snap together pieces and like little mechanical engines. But if you wound it up, it would move and work and
And it's one of the. I mean, I don't know if it was the first, but it was one of the first animes that I remember. They mixed the cartoon 2D with the CGI of the like the Liger and all that stuff. But it was fun to watch. Just because with the Liger, he was like a special Zoid that only responded to Bit, and he had the special move where all the other ones had like long range guns and stuff. He was just so fast, he would run across the field and like jump and slash them. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty neat.
Anyways, what's your number 8?
Yugi.
From
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I had him for consideration, but he didn't make my list.
I threw it on it because I watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, I did too.
I had the cards. I was like, my blue eyes.
I watched all the way through the like Egyptian god season or whatever.
Is that the one where they're in the like dual city?
Yeah.
With Kaiba.
Yeah, and then they ended up being on top of the pyramid with Obelisk the Tormentor and Slifer the Sky Dragon.
And Ra. Like
the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember those back in the day? Exodia.
Yeah.
Nobody was allowed to, like, that was like an honorable thing. Like, nobody was allowed to do that. If you had Yu-Gi-Oh cards and you had all 5 of the Exodia cards, you weren't allowed to use them. It was just like, yes, you have them. We all acknowledge that that's really cool, but no.
I mean, it was fun. Me and my brother, we collected them and we would play with each other. But the show was really fun to watch when we were younger.
It's the heart of the cards.
Hayden hates it because we made him watch the Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
I saw that in theaters.
I don't remember if I saw it in theaters or not.
I like made my mom take me and my brother because my brother was like, Yu-Gi-Oh the movie, so we could go see it.
But yeah,
fighting Pegasus. Yeah, with the eye.
His Millennium Eye.
The Millennium Eye.
He could like see the next move or what the person was thinking or something like that.
And then his grand strategy was not to think about it. He wasn't looking at the cards. He was just throwing stuff.
Whatever's on the top of the deck, he just pull it out and put it down.
And it's just like, I don't know what he's doing. It's just like, neither does he.
It's the heart of the cards. They'll give me the card I need.
Yeah. It's just like, it's because you stacked the deck, you cheater.
Anyways, moving on to my number 8, which we'll stick with that kind of theme. My number 8 is Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum is my number 4.
Oh. Yeah, he didn't make very high on my list, mainly because I like the more action-packed animes.
Yeah.
And he's kind of whiny sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, that was the anime we really all started with, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, besides the Ronin Warriors.
That was like
Pokemon's the next one that I remember watching.
Pokemon was like the first, like, holy crap, everybody's watching this.
Yeah.
Anime show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody at school was just like, yeah, you can't play, I want to be, and everybody's like, the very best. It's like everybody knew all the Pokemon. We all played Pokemon Yellow, Blue, Red, Silver, Gold.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was just Pokemon. The cards, the games, the little collectibles.
If you go through the original 150, I can play that, guess that Pokemon. I'll win every one of them out of the originals. Now,
oh, yeah, I dominated.
Now I'm like, I don't know, some ice cream.
Was that RoboCop? It's a square. It looks like somebody just dropped something.
But yeah, he makes my number 8 just because it was fun to watch him doing the gym battles. I kind of got annoyed watching his like everyday journey sometimes. Mm-hmm. I liked watching the gym battles or like when he was battling somebody else.
Like in the movies with like Pokemon the movie with Mewtwo.
The movies were good.
The one with the collector guy. Where he captures Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres.
Oh, yeah. I saw those first 2. I haven't seen any of the other 3, like, cartoon movies. I watched the Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds, which didn't have Ash in it. But I am looking forward to seeing the new Pokemon when it comes out because in Japan it's already come out, but he's going to become champion.
Finally, after 20 years.
The grand champion. So I'm interested to see that, just to see how it goes. It's nostalgia. It's the end of Ash Ketchum after 25, I think, years, something like that. So, anyways, what's your number 7?
Sailor Moon.
I've never watched Sailor Moon.
I've seen bits of Sailor Moon, but I understood that Sailor Moon was like a huge thing because I think they had crossovers too.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
But it was like all these like these girls. Like my sister loves Sailor Moon.
Okay.
Like she watched it because she was a little older. And like it would be like her, and then she like do like the little like the pose, and like boom, transform, and then she's got like braids on and like a different tiara. Yeah, and it's like Sailor Moon. She's got powers now. And it's like okay. I mean, I respect the historical, impact it had.
Well, my number 7 is a recent addition of Tanjiro.
Is that the guy?
That's the main character.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was cool. Like, once he gets over his, I don't know what's going on. My sister's a demon. Start crying. And once he actually started training and becomes a demon slayer, I thought he was pretty cool.
No, he was still annoying even in season 3. I thought he was annoying then. I can't imagine how bad. Season 1, I might shoot my television.
I liked it. I'm interested to see where it goes, where his character goes. So
there's probably people listening that's just like ripping their hair out. Like, these are the dumbest guys I've ever talked to about anime.
Well, I can't. There's not a whole lot else to say about Tanjiro right now because we just talked about all first half of the show.
Yeah, he sucks. So. He's pedestrian.
Oh my god.
He's 10 ply.
All right. Well, it's not your number 7 then.
It might be on number 6.
Oh, sorry. What's your number 6?
Naruto.
He's only 6. Okay.
You only had Ash Ketchum at like number 8.
Okay. Well, why do you like Naruto? I didn't even know if you'd seen that yet.
No, I'd seen Naruto when it came out, like on Toonami, like when it was first showing on Cartoon Network.
Have you seen Naruto Shippuden?
No.
Oh, that's when they're like older.
No, I haven't seen it when he's older. I saw it when he was
even better.
Doing the sexy jutsu.
Yeah. Just to annoy people?
Just to annoy people, eating ramen, and then like going to like ninja school with Rock Lee.
Yeah.
And then going to like the trial tournament where he fights the guy with the sand.
Gaara,
but Rock Lee like takes off like his like weighted socks.
It was I think it's taijutsu or something like that.
But he like literally takes off and just drops him and it like destroys the floor.
Well, yeah, because it's like the weighted stuff like Piccolo wears.
I mean, it was like weighted. It's like stuff was like a collapsed sun, and he's just like wee. But I mean, Naruto was always I liked the show. I thought he was funny. I thought he was a good character. I wasn't annoyed by him.
Yeah, if you liked the original Naruto, you ought to try out Shippuden.
Because he was like the 9-tailed fox demon.
Yep.
It was sealed inside of him.
Yeah, it's sealed inside him.
And so like he becomes like what, the 4th or 5th Hokage?
I haven't finished Shippuden because I finally translated the rest of it into English dub.
Mm-hmm.
I think he becomes the 5th.
I know he becomes Hokage.
But yeah, I really liked Naruto.
I like Naruto too. That's why he gets he gets like a middle of the road rank.
My number 6 was Gyu Tomiyata, which is the guy that basically saves Tanjiro. He's the guy that Johnny Young Bosch is.
You gonna get like a Demon Slayer tattoo or something now, Mitch?
No, that's the only 2 that I have. But Gyu, basically, he comes in and even when they're
Gyu in season 3.
I didn't see him in 3. Last I saw him in was 1 actually. He has small parts, but he's not like a big character.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's only been in 14 out of all the episodes.
Is he the dude that shows up in 3 after like everybody's already got their butt kicked and they won? And they're like, oh, you could have gotten here earlier. He has like black hair.
Yeah.
He has like a snake.
Oh, no, that's a different guy.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Let's see. Gyu was, he wears a coat kind of like Tanjiro. But let's see. Let me pull up an image. I know people around the podcast can't hear, but it's this guy.
Okay. I think I've seen him in the credits.
He's the one that first encounters Nezuko and Tanjiro and like basically introduce him to becoming a demon slayer.
Okay.
But when he shows up, he's the one that like Inosuke wants to battle in the woods because he shows up and kills the demon Inosuke's been struggling with, and he's like, "You're so awesome! I have to fight you!" And then like the next scene, Gyu is like has Inosuke like tied to a tree.
Inosuke knows what's up.
And, well, Inosuke's like tied to a tree, and Gyu is just walking away.
He's like, "Come back here! I'll bust your legs off."
Pretty much. But yeah, he's pretty cool. He's the BA character. That's not a big Hashira.
Mine, next one is Luffy.
Oh,
from One Piece.
The stretchy pirate.
The stretchy pirate guy from One Piece.
I never could get into One Piece.
I watched a bit of One Piece for a while. I got into it.
I tried to watch it, and I was just like, "This." I wasn't a fan.
I thought he was a fun character.
Yeah.
I just don't get how he had a scarf. He couldn't be cut, but then I assumed like he got the power to be stretchy later after that incident had happened.
I don't know.
I thought the characters were pretty funny.
I just thought they were too goofy.
I mean, it was goofy, but it was still like action packed.
I like more action, less goofiness. Sorry.
Well, this was goofy action.
Well,
and the green-haired fellow with 3 swords.
Well, it sucks,
one
Tom.
he'd hold in his man, one he'd hold in his mouth. But I mean, I thought Luffy's an iconic character in anime.
I'm sure he is.
A lot of people talk about One Piece. I think One Piece is still like going.
Probably. They just came out with a game recently.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm. I forgot. I don't know if it's open world or what, but I want to say it was just within this year sometime they came out with a game for it on Xbox.
Huh.
But, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of One Piece in general. But
You're wrong.
anyways, my number 5 is Sasuke Uchiha, which is like Naruto's best friend that becomes the bad guy.
I wouldn't call them best friends. I thought they hated each other.
Well, they become best friends towards the end of the series.
Because everything I watched is just like the two of them are just always at odds with each other.
Well, that's the whole thing was Sasuke. He becomes best friends with him, but then Sasuke uses that to go off on his own mission to avenge his family. Because
his whole family gets taken out.
Well, to get the Sharingan,
he gets it in both eyes.
Yeah, but to get that, he has to basically break ties with everyone he cares about. So he had to grow to care about somebody because his whole family was dead. So he had to grow to care about somebody to break ties with them to grow that third, like, a leg of the Sharingan to where he has, like, the full power to where he can see things so quickly and all that stuff. But he's a really cool character. And then as they go into Shippuden, basically he's like a Ronin, just out wandering around doing what he needs to do to try and avenge his family. Because his older brother killed his whole clan and then left.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember like bits of this plot. This is all stuff I watched when I was like a teenager.
Well, like
a young teenager.
Shippuden
like,
is
a young man.
I've been watching like all the way through, like just within the last week or two, too. So, I like it. It's good. But Sasuke's one of the cooler characters.
You just like looking down, just like I like it.
Sasuke's got the Chidori. You know, he starts the lightning hand thing that he learns from Kakashi.
Kakashi's a chi.
Yeah. Anyways, what is your number 5 or 4?
My number 4 is Ash Ketchum.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, what about Ash Ketchum? Why did you put him as number 4?
I mean, Ash, he was relatable. Everybody, Pokemon came out, we were all young.
Yeah.
We were all either like little kids, maybe 10, some maybe in like very early, like almost preteen, like 11, 12-year-olds. But like Pokemon just like swept the world. Like we all watched Pokemon, all of us. If you said you didn't, you're lying.
I think I was in sixth grade when it came out.
I was in elementary school when it was like, all of a sudden it was just Pokemon.
Yeah.
We were all just watching Pokemon. We were playing Pokemon. We had the cards. We were all just like, Pikachu, I choose you. We all want Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur as our top 3 Pokemon that open to open out of the gate. But Ash Ketchum, he's like a 10-year-old kid. He's just on this adventure. We all wanted to be that kid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, could you imagine just that's our world where you just get to, at 10 years old, you get to go out and
just
explore the world?
Yeah. With a redheaded chick and a gym leader and a little electric mouse chasing you around.
I mean, if you could think about it, you just go out and you just catch animals and fight them,
enslave them, and make them fight.
Dog fight a bunch of animals.
Yeah. And just it was every kid's dream.
Force animals to do your evil bidding. Yeah,
obviously.
Anyways, my number 4 is Naruto. He becomes Naruto Uzumaki, which becomes in Shippuden. He learns how to control the Nine Tails. Mm-hmm. So basically, all that power that's been locked away, he's finally learned how to use it, and he applies it to where basically he's the strongest one there is. Like he'll still do the clone stuff. He'll split his clones, and his clones will go off and help him fight. They're fighting like a big war against Madara, which is I'm still watching, so I'm still trying to figure out. Madara is like an old character that they thought had died that managed to prolong his life through his jutsu stuff, and he's got like this Zematsu or something that's basically it's made a whole clone army where he can clone all the dead ninjas and stuff from the past, and he can bring some of the dead ninjas back to life. And so basically, you got a big war between Madara and his forces versus all the other ninja. And Naruto splits himself into a bunch of clones and goes off and fights, and he's still able to outpower other people with his clones when his power's been split that many times. So he becomes super powerful. It's pretty cool.
So basically, if one Naruto shows up, everybody would be like crapping themselves, like, oh crap, he hasn't split.
Well, I mean, it's like pretty much him and Sasuke, the two of them can take on Madara because Sasuke becomes so powerful as well, and at least later.
So why don't they just do that?
Well, because Madara doesn't just come out and fight fair. He wants to win.
I mean, they can't just like hunt him down?
Well, not really, no, because they don't at this moment. From what the
or
area
they
that
don't know where he is.
What I'm watching right now, they don't actually know what he looks like. they've only seen him with a mask on.
They can kill everybody.
But it's pretty cool. Like he can actually control the dead bodies of some of these ninja, and the ninja that he controls, they can still talk and tell you like, "Hey, this is my weakness," but they have no control over their body. So they're talking to the ninjas like, "Hey, do this, do
They're
this."
like, we want to be dead, but like we're stuck here with this. Sorry.
Like there's one episode where like the guy's like, "This is the water pistol. You gotta look out!" And he's like, he points it out and he goes, "Move!" Basically shoots him, and it shoots like a water stream through the guy. But pretty
Should
cool.
have moved.
Let's see. So, anyways, that's my number 4. What's your number 3?
Yusuke Urameshi
Who the heck is that?
from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay.
He's the main character.
Doesn't he the one that has like a pistol?
Yeah,
laser?
the spirit gun.
Okay.
Because he can use that, or he can do the spirit shotgun.
I
He shoots multiple blasts.
I don't know
out
anything
with
about
the
this
spirit
show,
energy.
so.
So he's a juvenile delinquent. He's a jerk, and he's like slated pretty much like go to hell. Like he's being monitored for like the spirit world.
Okay.
And then in like a bizarre ad, like he like sees like some kid like kicking a ball down the street, and he's like, hey, you got to be careful. You go home. Like don't end up in the street. Like you'll get run over.
Yeah.
So of course the kid accidentally kicks the ball into the street, and he goes to get it, and he like sees it and runs, dives, and like pushes the kid out of the way before he gets hit by a car, and he dies.
Okay.
So he goes to the spirit world, and they like give him like all these like ordeals and stuff with like his like handler Botan, and she's like the fairy person with like the river Styx, who takes souls to the spirit world. And he's just like, we mean I'm dead also. And then he goes like, he accepts he's dead, and he's like in spirit world. And then there's like all these things he can do to come back to life. So he ends up doing all this stuff. He gets to come back to life. But they're like, oh yeah, but if you come back to life, you have to be the spirit detective. So anytime demons or anything break through into the mortal plane, he has to investigate and find them.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets like different tools and like forms like a team. Because like he has to go after like 3 like the forbidden weapons, which is like this mirror, the demon sword, which if it cuts somebody, it'll turn them into a demon. So you basically just make an army.
Okay.
Unless the antidote's in the hilt of the sword, and then the spirit ball, which rips people's souls out and stores them, and you can eat them.
Okay.
So he kills one of the guys. The other 2 end up becoming like part of his like squad. And he gets trained by like this old master named Genkai. They go through like this whole thing. They kill the 4 saint beasts in the demon world. And then they end up getting invited into the dark tournament, where they can't back out because they were invited. And when you're invited, you have to fight or they'll hunt you down and kill you.
So, I mean, you just have to fight the tournament.
He has to fight in the tournament.
Okay.
Against Taguro, was a previous
he's the real
winner.
big looking, like, muscular guy, isn't he?
He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
In the show.
Because I've seen, like, pictures and stuff.
Because, like,
never
his,
seen the show.
like, when he chose to be a demon, like, his demon, like, shtick, so to speak, is he can max out his spirit power into strength.
Okay.
So he'll literally just go 40%, and, like, his muscles will just, like, max out to that specific level.
Okay.
So he was, like, fighting, so he goes 5%. And he's just like, boom, and just, like, even, like, he flicked some dude's head off of his shoulders. He just went, and then when he fights Yusuke, he maxes up to 100% to fight Yusuke.
Okay.
But Yusuke ends up beating him.
All right. Well, I mean, I've seen pictures and stuff. I've just never actually seen the show. So
It's a fantastic show.
Oh.
I love that show.
That was your number 3?
That was my number 3.
Okay. My number 3 is Goku.
Goku's your number 3?
Yes.
You're wrong.
He's number 3.
You're wrong.
Goku is awesome.
What's your first one? Mermaid Man?
We're not talking about first one.
Evil!
But I do like Goku. He's just kind of goofy sometimes. But, he's like the ultimate good guy. He's always the goody two-shoes. But,
I haven't talked about Goku yet, so he's coming on my list.
Have you seen Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
All of it?
Not all of it.
Okay. You need to.
I've seen a lot of bits. I think when I last was just watching DBZ, I think it was like still when it was Dragon Ball GT.
Oh, so you haven't seen Super yet?
I've seen bits of Super.
Okay.
Is that where they're in the world universe tournament?
You have the tournament of power
with Beerus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of bits of that.
Okay.
Because that's where he goes to Super Saiyan God.
Well, that's where he becomes Ultra Instinct. He becomes Super Saiyan God before that. Ultra Instinct, basically, he's still got the black hair. He still looks like himself, but he just instinctively dodges everything and can fight back. But it's pretty cool when he does. Because he's fighting another universe's version of Brawly, and he's like whooping him.
Because I remember when he fought Broly.
Yeah.
Broly was beating the piss out of him and Vegeta.
But because I would say more, but since you haven't seen Super, you'll need to go and watch it. But like I said, I love Goku. He's one of the coolest characters, but I just have two others that I like a little bit more because I think their character and their story and personality is a little better.
I'll save why I like Goku from when I talk about him.
Okay. So what's your number 2?
Vegeta.
Okay.
It's Vegeta.
Yeah.
I mean, he started out as like this bad guy, but for some reason when he was a bad guy, he was oddly likable.
And he was small.
He was very tiny. And he was still just a jerk. Like, he loses and he's still talking crap. It's just like, he's like, I'll be back, Kakarot.
Yeah.
But like his like progression arc and like how awesome he is.
Have you seen the pictures of his biggest progression arc? His neckline. Because they show one where
because he had this super skinny neck when he first appears in the Namek saga.
Yeah.
And then it just gets bigger.
You got like these bulging
massive traps. And I remember like they're fighting in like the tournament and like they're all like barely tapping like the power thing. Yep. And he just looks and just goes, boom, and just destroys the entire machine.
Well, they're like, all right, they're like, play it cool. Don't reveal your full power. He's like, bam! Just punches it.
And that probably wasn't even his full strength.
Oh, no. I mean, he just looked at it and just like,
and then he joins Majin.
Yeah.
Or Babidi when he gets the M. Just because it would make him powerful enough to beat Goku. And he just incinerates like half the audience. He's just like, boom.
Yeah. Well, like, they're like talking to him. They're like, don't do it. And he just kind of like looks down. And then he just kind of look like this crazy grin, looks up like, boom.
It's just like, Vegeta, no.
Yeah.
You did it anyway.
What's funny is like he's a good guy and still killed a whole audience full of people. But,
I mean, granted, it was kind of under kind of mind control and like delusion.
Yeah, we'll give it to him for that. Yeah.
We kind of let it slide. I mean, he let Cell absorb Android 18.
Yeah, he did. He was like, go ahead. I want to fight you when you're at your best. It's like,
he let him form Perfect Cell.
What are you doing?
Or like Cell's final form.
But but Vegeta has some of the coolest moves too. Like when he does the final flash.
Yeah.
And then like you see, they zoom out to where you see the planet. And you just see a big blast going off the side of the planet.
It's just like, it's like, and you destroy the entire Earth, everything in it, and the entire planet.
But yeah, he's a cool character. And I'll tell you more when I get to him.
Oh, Vegeta's your number 1.
Anyways, my number 2 is Itachi Uchiha.
I was waiting for you to say Vegeta.
My number 2 is Itachi Uchiha, which is Sasuke's older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Which, in Naruto, the whole time you're watching the original series, Itachi is the one who killed all of Sasuke's family and then abandoned the village and became a traitor. He joined the Akatsuki, which was all the bad guys, like the main set of bad guys, who Madara is actually part of to begin with.
Why did he kill all of them?
Well, spoiler if you haven't seen all of Shippuden or don't know, but basically Itachi was undercover for the Hidden Leaf Village, which is his own village. But his whole family was looking to commit a coup and take over the village. Well, he told that to his superiors, and basically
they told him to schwack the whole family.
Yeah, but all Sasuke knew was that he killed his family and then abandoned, and that's all anybody knew. But come to find out in Shippuden, he reveals that their family was going to kill and take over the village, so he killed his whole family and then abandoned, so that Sasuke wouldn't face the repercussions of it. And and because he killed his whole family and abandoned, it kind of got him to where he could get accepted by the Akatsuki into the bad guy stuff and report back on what they were doing and stuff too. But he reveals that to Naruto here just recently from what I was watching, and he becomes a good guy as well.
Everyone's like,
well, because he has like a move called the Amarutsu, or I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but basically he can look at something and it just lights up on black fire that you can't put out.
That sounds like a character from Yu Hakusho Hiei.
Well, basically his power is like when it lights on fire, the fire will not go out until it's consumed what it's burning.
The immortal flame.
Pretty much.
Dragon attack.
And he has another move where if you make eye contact with him, basically it's like he locks you in your mind. And in your mind, it could be like 30 years in the span of a couple of seconds, but you just feel the pain of being stabbed for 30 years in that few seconds.
Ugh.
So he's pretty powerful.
He's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
But he becomes a good guy in Shippuden because he gets brought back and he reveals that was his whole plan was to try and save Sasuke from the problems, but then he had to kill his whole family and everything. But that's why I like him. He's the unsung hero of Shippuden.
I'm going to give out an honorable mention. Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. He's the Silver Fox demon who was like a legendary evil demon.
Okay.
And he gets like wounded or trapped, and to heal himself, he goes into the mortal world and fuses himself into an infant. Mm-hmm. So he grows up as a human. Okay. I mean, he knows he's still a demon, but he's just like in the kid. But like his whole motive, like when like he breaks out, is to get this mirror. So because his mother is sick, his human mother, so he can sacrifice his own life to make her like well. And all the other demons like give him smack about it, and he's just like don't care. And then he has like this amazing like move called like the Rose Whip. Yeah. Where he literally like he fights one of the Saint Beasts, and he's like made out of stone, and he just pulls a rose out of his hair, and like everybody's laughing, and he is the only one who knows him from the demon world, and he just goes, "All of you are stupid. Like you don't realize what he's about to do," and he just like does like the whole Rose Whip move, and like shoots like all these rose petals everywhere because the dude was like giving him the business. Yeah. And then he all of a sudden just like sidesteps and just like flings and like slices him to pieces. And they're like, how did you, because he like fused into the floor and he was just coming out everywhere. And it's like, how did you know? It's like he used the rose petals to mask all of the smell of the entire room. So when he appeared, he could smell them. Oh. And the Rose Whip is so strong, it'll actually cut through metal and stone. Okay. So that's how he ends up beating him. And then like this guy does a move where it reverts you to like your early years. Mm-hmm. So if you find like an adult male, he would turn to like a baby. He does it to Kurama and like seals him inside this bubble to fight him. Mm-hmm. But Kurama's like previous form at that year was him as a demon. So he's like fighting him and he does it and he's like laughing. Then also he could sense the power level just go whoop, 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 just like through the ceiling. And he's like, "Wait, you're not the guy who was just fighting." He goes, "No, I am." He's like, "Here's what you did though." And he explains. He goes, and like he like blistering speed just like annihilates the guy. It's so cool. That's why you should watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
My number one honorable mention, real quick, is Shikamaru from Naruto. Do you remember him?
I don't remember Shikamaru.
Shikamaru is basically he's the first one out of all the kids that becomes a Chunin, which like he basically levels up to the next rank or whatever. But it's because he's like 10 steps ahead of everyone. That's like his big trait. He's smarter than everybody, so he plans all his moves ahead of time, and his power is basically anything that touches a shadow he can control.
That's like horrifying.
So like if your shadow connects in any way to his shadow and he uses his move or whatever, you just can't move unless he wants you to move. But then like what the trick is, like he can't move either. Like if he moves his right hand out, you're going to move your right hand. You know, so
he's like, "Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself?"
He could, but he can also put like, he can grab and like a piece of wood, put it in front of him. Well, if you don't have a piece of wood, your hand's just there. He pulls out a kunai and throws it, and so
his gets stuck in the wood. The other one goes like right through your chest. Yeah, and just like you jerk.
So I mean, that's kind of his thing. But the whole time, he just can't be bothered. He's like, he's just like always annoyed to have to fight.
It's like.
He's like,
this crap.
And then what's funny is like he gets annoyed because he has to explain why he's smarter and why he's about to win because the people are just so confused of what's going on.
And he's just like, "All right, look, let me just break it down for you."
Yeah,
God.
But he's pretty funny while he's doing all this stuff. Anyways,
my number one is Goku. It just is.
My number one is Vegeta.
I mean, both could be argued as number. But here's the thing, like. How excited or like how stoked were you when Goku went Super Saiyan and you saw it for the first time?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Everybody was just like, duh! Like the next day at school, everybody's just like, "Bro, did you watch Dragon Ball Z?" It's just like, "I did. Goku is Super Saiyan." It
was good. It was good.
I mean, it's Goku. We all grew up with Goku with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Like we all watched it, and it was like the story of this character for like his entire life. We've just been following.
But you can't tell me that Vegeta doesn't have the best speeches and quotes.
Vegeta does have good speeches.
Even though if he's talking about how good Goku is, Vegeta has the best speeches and gets to talk.
But Goku still beats Vegeta's.
And Vegeta still gets some of the coolest moments too.
He does get cool moments.
Because like you have the part where he's fighting Android 19 and he's like, "Can machines experience fear?" And he like rips his arms off. And the machine's just like, "Ah!" Takes off running.
Oh, when he fights 19.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. And then was it the Resurrection F movie, or when Frieza comes back in Super, Frieza's like talking down to him, and he's like, oh, because Goku turns Super Saiyan Blue, and then Goku gets shot in the back by one of the lasers and falls down, and he's hurt. And Vegeta steps in, and he's like, all right, I'll fight you. And Frieza's like, ha! You couldn't do it if you tried. And then Vegeta turns into Super Saiyan Blue, and Frieza's like, oh, crap! And basically, Vegeta just kind of toys around with him because Frieza can turn into like the golden Frieza.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like when Vegeta would power it up too quick with Cell. He just becomes so strong that he's just so slow, though. So Vegeta just mops the floor with Frieza. So it's pretty.
And then he tries to kill him, and Goku has to like stop him.
Yeah.
Like, he has to go back in time to stop him from killing Frieza because he's going to destroy the entire continent or the entire globe.
Well, and then when they get to the Tournament of Power, it's pretty cool because Vegeta, basically he gets to the point where Goku's learned this Ultra Instinct. Vegeta's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get powerful all on my own way. And he does.
And he's just like, I'm just going to be powerful.
I don't know if this is the official name of it, but it's basically like Super Blue power-up, where it's like a dark, kind of midnight blue, sparkly thing. But he's fighting like a god of destruction, basically, and he's winning. So
it'd been funny if you said Yamcha.
Just dead Yamcha laying on the floor.
Yeah. It's like I'd choose the Z fighters, excluding Goku and Vegeta, which is basically they're there for the most of the season, and then they all get their butts kicked by weak level bosses.
But like for Vegeta, I feel like he's my number one because he actually works for everything that he's gotten, whereas Goku just happens upon it.
I mean, Goku works for it.
He does, but yeah.
Because like even when like Goku goes in like the hyperbolic time, or not the hyperbolic, when he goes in the time capsule and he's fighting, he's like training like 100% times gravity, and he's just flying all around the room. And Vegeta hits like 75 and he could barely walk. Yeah, and he's just like, I gotta do it. I gotta get to 100 to beat Kakarot. Like, it's like Goku just maxes up so much quicker and it's so much easier. Yeah, but Goku also almost dies a lot, and because that's the huge Saiyan trait. The closer they get to death and survive, the stronger they become.
But, like, for Vegeta, like, when they first encounter Beerus, like, when he first shows up, he's wanting to... Yeah, I think he...
You say he's going to destroy the entire globe, and then, like, he eats Earth food.
Yeah.
And he's just like, nope.
But then, like, Bulma insults him, and then Beerus, like, smacks her, and that's when Vegeta flips out, and as a Super Saiyan, he's, like, beating up Beerus for a few minutes.
Yeah, he, like, goes, like, through the roof crazy. He just, like, launches into him. He's just like, not my Bulma.
Yeah. Because you got that, and then, what was the other one? What was it? I'm trying to remember. There's another moment with Vegeta. I want to say it's...
Oh, where he knocks out Trunks, and then he does, like, the self-destruct against Majin Buu to try to kill him.
No, when they're... Well, that is one of the best parts. When he just blows himself up.
When he detonates himself.
Him. But then you have, in the... I think it's Goku Black Saga, when they go to the future to help Trunks. Mm-hmm. You have basically this bad guy who's taken another timeline's version of Goku. So Vegeta's like... They're threatening to like fight him or something. And Vegeta's like, you couldn't have picked a worse person to inhabit. He's like, you're the one person I'd like to kill, but I can't until now. So then they start fighting. And he's beating up this guy that looks like Goku.
He's just like, this is my greatest day. I love this.
Yeah, I mean, he was just happy. He's like, I finally get to beat that face in for real. So, but yeah, I like Vegeta. I like the anti-hero.
He is a good anti-hero.
But yeah, I mean that's our top 10. So
some of you are probably like, you guys are dumb.
I mean, there's so many different anime out there. Like I've watched the one called High School of the Dead. It's really good. I couldn't tell you the names. That one. It's been a while, so I couldn't tell you the names of the people. But basically, it's like there's a Netflix show called All of Us Are Dead. But it's basically the same thing where these kids are in high school, zombie apocalypse happens, and then they're trying to survive. They have their teachers and stuff with them. One of them has like a nail gun that he makes in science shop that he's using to shoot at them. There's one skimpy clad girl that's like wearing a maid outfit, but she teaches like sword fighting, but she doesn't have a real sword because it's school, so she has like one of the wooden swords, and she's just beating up zombies with it.
Something about anime and scantily clad girls with large bosoms seems to be a pattern.
But yeah, if you like Demon Slayer, let us know your thoughts on that. If you like our top 10 or you think our top 10's really dumb and we're missing out on some great anime, let us know.
Because we probably are.
I mean, I know a lot of people like Attack on Titan, and neither one of us had a character from that.
I never watched Attack on Titan.
I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes. So
Never got into it.
You let us know. I'm up to watching more anime. I've started watching, like I said, My Hero Academia. I tried to start watching some of Bleach just to see how those were, because I've never really seen them. But I'll talk more about those later on. So,
okay.
Well, I've got them for our weekly reviews.
Well, thank you for joining us on this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is you mentioned that they have to do.
Hit the buttons. Hit the dingy.
Hit the buttons, hit the dingies. Tell your friends. Listen, I'm Tom. That was Mitch.
And don't forget to
bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei.
That.